What's ad nauseum?
You don't know? Wow, looks like someone needs school.
Gifted is directed by Mark Webb and stars Chris Evans, McKenna Grace, Octavia Spencer, and Jenny Slate. Gifted is the story of Frank, who is the uncle of a little girl named Mary. Frank has been looking after his niece Mary for a few years now, ever since the tragic passing of his sister, aka Mary's mother. However, when Mary's grandmother comes back into Frank's life, a law case is put into practice about who should have the custody over the daughter and her gifted talents. Wow, this movie was a bit of a tearjerker, wasn't it? Oh boy, did I tear up in this. I really loved how this movie showed the different perspectives of the situation. On the one hand, you have Mary, who is extremely advanced in mathematics, and many believe she could go to advanced schools, but some also believe that she should be treated as a normal kid and have a normal life, which is what her mother, who had unfortunately taken her own life, actually wanted her to have, and that is why she left her with her Uncle Frank. Everybody is absolutely phenomenal in this film. Chris Evans is fantastic as Frank. You can really see his love for Mary and how she is the centre of his world, and you really do buy it. Octavia Spencer is also brilliant as always. Jenny Slate did a really good job in the film too. However, the real star is young McKenna Grace. She is mesmerising in this film, and I know she has a big future ahead of her after such an amazing performance in this film. She was honestly absolutely incredible and one of the best child actor performances I have seen, probably of all time. Like I said, there is a court case story to this film. You really do support Frank, as you really want him to have custody over Mary. However, this film does a great job in showing you both sides of the argument and the pros and the cons when it comes down to it. You really do see how Frank is the true guardian over Mary and you're with him all the way. It's very similar to a film that is not at all similar to this, but in this case it kind of is, Captain America Civil War, which coincidentally also stars Chris Evans. With the Civil War, you see both sides of it and you kind of agree with both sides, and it was kind of a similar thing like that. This film is incredibly emotional, as I mentioned earlier. I was tearing up multiple times and I was sat there just fighting back the tears. This was not helped by the fact that 3 elderly women sat next to me were absolutely bawling with tears. The performance of the actors really do invest you in the movie, as you believe the relationships are real, and it really does choke you up. Like, it really caught me off guard how emotional this was, and it was just by the end of it, I was just in bits by the end of it, I honestly was. The music is also something that adds massively to the film. There is a common violin theme that plays, and it always plays in the highly emotional scenes, and it really does help carry those scenes along and helps the audience feel the feels, as if they weren't already. Overall, I loved Gifted. I feel this movie has something to say, and even though we have seen this type of movie before, it still comes off as being very special and very important while being very relevant. The performances are truly captivating, and the story mixed with the music really ramps up the emotion in a way and I haven't really experienced in a long time. It's something that really came out of nowhere and something that I didn't really know I needed until I had it. I give Gifted an A+.